What's up, Monsters? We back with another video. We at airtime with it.
I'm super excited. We are back with another, what I'm calling, Adventures with the Monks. 3 Stacks, you ready? You excited? We're getting ready to go to Trampoline Park in Metro Detroit. This particular one is called Airtime. We are excited about it. This is all of our first time ever being. Wait, have you ever been to a trampoline park?
Don't think so, no.
I'm about to speak for her, and I ain't even asked her. But I know I've never been, and I know the children have never been. So we're stepping out. We're believing God for protection in the midst of a pandemic. Let's get there. Dominic. Dominic. I know. 3 Stacks. As you've seen, we have the awesome opportunity of taking the family to Airtime. It was my first time, her first time, the children's first time. We had a blast, but there was something that we will have to talk about a little bit later that happened as a result of this Airtime. But this particular location, they offered a lot of things to do. They had a mosh pit, they had basketball, they had a specific area for the children, they had another larger trampoline jumping area for everybody, adults included. They had an obstacle course. They had arcade games. You could have your party there. Oh, there was that one unique experience that happened. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. But
the drama.
Yeah, the drama. Oh my goodness. So we got 2 things to talk about in this video. Almost made it. Get it back. Get the rebound, son. Get the rebound. Let's go. Oh, he found the blocks. He about to start building. That's what he do. Three Stacks found the blocks. He about to start building stuff. You're very smart. Everybody jumping, my son building blocks. Now let's get into the experience of airtime. It was all good that day, except for the drama that we mentioned earlier. But what would you say was your overall experience, not including the aftermath? What was your initial overall experience?
Okay, so it was fun. I love seeing the boys have fun.
Yeah,
It was just, we went on such a busy night.
yeah.
Like, I think next time we go, we should go when the kids are, when all the other kids are in school, so there's less people and it's less crowded, because it was just like swarms of people.
And the reason why we went on that night, because we went, it was a ministry event.
Yeah.
So it was a ministry event for the young adults. And you know that, Raina and I are the youth and young adults pastors at the church. So we did a 2-for-1 special. We just took the children with us to that event because, Raina wanted to go, and it would have been a great opportunity to get the children out the house, get them in a trampoline park, because they have a trampoline in the backyard. If you watch any of our previous videos, you'll see that they love being on the trampoline. So, we was like, hey, we're going to take them and we're going to have a blast. Mm-hmm. But now let's get into something that could have potentially ruined our overall experience.
The drama?
The drama. So while we were there, there was a particular lady. We don't even know who she is, so we can't say her name anyway without, trying to embarrass her. We're not trying to embarrass anybody. But there was a lady who had brought her nephew there. And they have certain rules. Just like any place you go to, there's rules that we have to follow. Now, people, when they approached her, she was trying to interact with her nephew in the children area. Now, the way Jasmine did it, as you've seen from the footage, is there's certain ways to do it. Stay on the outside of it. Don't jump too much. But she was like trying to be like a full-on, interactive. She was in the ball pit, with the other children. She was jumping on the trampoline. So, of course, you're doing too much extra stuff. They're going to ask you to leave that particular area. There's an area for adults.
Yeah, the way she was jumping, like you can hurt their legs. If you jump on the trampoline hard enough and their knees block, you're gonna hurt them real bad. So that's why they were trying to get her to stop, and she just was having a hard time listening to the rules.
It seemed like she was just being extra, to be honest. And of course, once they approached her, she caught an attitude and said,
she had a tantrum. Tantrum.
She had a grown-up tantrum. She went, ran on the trampolines, jumped, dunked the basketball, came back, grabbed her nephew, and left for a little bit. Then, somehow, some way, she ended up finding her way back to the children's area. And now, at this point, the manager he's walking around, he's like sweeping up stuff. And he's like, okay, look, you can't be over here. He said it in a nice way, like, you can't be over here. And she flipped out. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. She flipped out on one of the girl workers after she flipped out on the manager. Mm-hmm. The girl worker's like, I'm not going to deal with this. And she went down and told somebody else. They came back and told her, okay. Then she just blew up after that. Got yelling all in people's faces, cussing people out. They're trying to escort her out of there. Of course, they don't have security. So they're trying to do this in a non-hostile way, but she's like blowing up. Nephew is crying. You completely ruined the experience for him. So if you were trying to call yourself defending him or making sure he had a good time, you definitely ruined that. Mm-hmm. So they literally had to like keep a flashlight in her face, like try to like make her like go out. It was crazy. They called the police, all kind of crazy stuff. So she was the center of attention for about 15 and 20 minutes, right? Until she actually left. Maybe like 10. And then another gentleman had to grab her nephew and like carry him out because he was like bawling his eyes out. She's still flipping out like she wants to fight. And it's like, dude, all you had to do was just follow the rules of engagement, the rules and instructions that it's plastered on the wall. And they have a big old like stanchion right in front of the area and say this area is only for children. But they go. I mean, people are going to be people, and we don't know what she could have went through that day. They could have made her be that upset. Preferably she's not a person that's just like that naturally. That's just like combative. But yeah, that experience was just like crazy, and I just kept trying to. Who did I have? 3 stacks or Dominic?
I gave you Dominic. So
Dominic.
I could go over by stacks.
I had. Yep.
I would have kicked her in her knee if she came near stacks. Like, I would have kicked her out the way.
So I was just doing my best to distract Dominic so he wouldn't focus on the negative thing that was going on right in front of him, because it actually unfolded right in front of us. Then they had to escort her down the stairs. Then she was down in the main lobby, just like going crazy. So I was just distracting Dominic so he wasn't, exposed to stuff like that, because we don't have them around negativity or negative things like that. We try to control their environment as much as possible, without being too, overbearing. But we have been called helicopter parents, but we just take the responsibility of understanding that God has entrusted them to us. So we want to do the best that we can to protect them and make sure that they grow up in an environment that will be suitable for their overall growth. Dominic he looked like he's sitting by the poolside, putting his feet in just to get wet a little bit. He got to ease his way in. We got to watch Dominic too, because he will start eating stuff too. We got to keep close watch on him. He'll start eating. Man, 3 stacks is growing up before our very eyes. He'll be 4 years old this year. That's crazy. I don't know what Dominic is doing, but whatever he is doing, he sounds like a chipmunk. Maybe that's his flip. Maybe he's trying to flip. Yeah, they definitely gonna need baths and cleaning up after this. Hey, let's go. I got hops, coach. I got hops. Let's go. That's a big jump. Let's go, Domzilla. The Dominator. That was a struggle jump. Dominic has to fist bump everybody. He's super nice. Let's see it. Get his dunk on. He celebrate. Fist bump. Double fist bump. How high can you jump? 3 stacks, how high can you jump? Well, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. Let's get into the aftermath. What have we been talking about that this pretty much ruined the entire experience? Like, we had a great moment in the in the trampoline park, seeing how much fun they had, seeing the joy on their faces, seeing them interacting with other children, dunking basketballs, fist bumping, everything, right? Then something happened.
This right here is why I want to live in a bubble. And I would gladly live in a bubble. Like, So he went to church Sunday. We didn't go.
Yeah.
We just relaxed that morning and watched church online.
Well, I think they had a little sniffle.
Oh, yeah. I got them fully dressed.
Yeah.
Fully dressed. Ready to go. 3 Stacks sneezed and snot came out and went on the floor. I said, ew, I'm not going to go out. I don't know what this is.
Right.
So I cleaned him up, cleaned that up, whatever. We watched church online. He came home after. And then 3 Stacks was on the couch laying down. He wanted to lay on the couch. He didn't want to go to bed. I heard a gag noise and I was like, and he stopped and then he gagged and it came out. And the picture is burned into my soul.
So we have an agreement, an accord, if you want to call it an accord, where she pretty much handles all of bathroom stuff, diapers, peeing, pooping, all of that. She handles that. I don't really feel comfortable doing that, and we talked about this recently. That could come from me being sexually abused when I was younger. I feel uncomfortable touching them in those areas. If there's an emergency, she's not around, I will definitely do it. As uncomfortable as I will be in that moment, I'm still a dad, and I will still do it, and I will do it with gladness. You know what I mean? So let's get that out there. I handle all the throw up because she cannot do it. She cannot do throw up like at all. I don't care how much she loves you. If you even gag,
I'm running.
She will run away from you. She will run screaming. She will not care if she hurts your feelings in that moment. Like she's like, get away from me. Like she will go back. No, stay away. So I got home from church and I was going in the room to do something. I think I was just going to just like relax or something like that. And I heard her like yelp. And I'm like,
I yelped.
Yeah. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, he just threw up. And so because we have already discussed that in our marriage, clicked in. I start cleaning it up like immediately. Like wasn't nothing for me. I started cleaning the couch off. I grabbed the pillow. It was a big old so first he threw up on the couch. Started getting that up. Then he threw up again in the hallway. And it was like a lot more in the hallway on the way to the bathroom.
And I was right there beside him, just terrified.
She's like shaking.
Oh, I was shaking. But it's my child. Everyone told me, oh, when your kid gets sick, you look, I would have ran, but I had to make sure he was good. But I was terrified. I was holding him like this, like rubbing his back. Yeah, terrified.
So I put my mask on and got to work. Got the pillow, sprayed it down with Lysol, took that downstairs, got he had this like cover out here, grabbed that up, wrapped it up, made sure nothing got out. Then went to the bathroom. That was one of the grossest things in the hallway. Cleaning that up with a paper towel. It felt gross in my hand, but throw up doesn't bother me. So I was like, okay. Bleached the floors with the Swiffer, made sure everything was cleaned up and made sure she was good. And she was just like, thank you so much. And I was like, and I told you, remember, I said, we discussed this. I said, anything throw up, I got you. You ain't got to worry about it. So, because I know how she feels about throw up. Like, if she could absolutely not be around it for the rest of her life.
If it never happened to anyone ever in life, I'd be so happy. Like, if we could all just live a life with no throwing up ever, that would be the greatest.
That actually went on for the next couple of days. It was just like a week of just like, so we were literally walking around the house in masks.
Guys, I slept with a mask on because I sleep with Dominic. Dominic is against me.
Yeah.
So I'm on the couch with him because, I didn't know if he was going to get sick or not.
Yeah.
And he was congested too. So he had like some nose issues going on. So I'm like, Lord have mercy. I slept with a mask on. We're on the couch. And then that's when Tuesday morning, it was like 6 in the morning. And he sits up and he's fussing. And he throws up. Now, thankfully, it was like I had enough space where he didn't get me. And I don't know, he struggled with it. I think he was trying to hold it in at the same time as let it out, and he was struggling, but it didn't touch me. And it was really hard because he's breastfed, so he wants his milk. Nope, no milk, no milk. 24 hours. I was hurting.
Because you thought at one point it was the milk making him throw up.
Because he threw up in the morning a few times. He didn't eat anything. And then it was like hours had passed, like 5, 6, 7 hours had passed, and he ate. He ate some graham crackers. He had some applesauce. He drank some water. He was good. And then he wanted milk. He wanted to take a nap. So I'm like, okay, like we'll try it. So I gave him milk. He took a nap. He got up from his nap and he came in the kitchen. And he was with him, their mouth would water, and so he would be like this and just drooling and just going like this. So I grabbed his little bowl and he threw up, and I'm like, we went a whole night with no milk, and it was the hardest night of my life.
Yeah.
And I was in so much pain.
He was struggling. He was crying and whining.
Oh, it was so hard for him to go to sleep. And
yeah.
But then the next night, he needed to take this milk out. I couldn't do it anymore.
And he ended up throwing up outside of her giving him milk. So she was like, well, it's not the milk causing it. So it's like, might as well give it back to him since they both were uncomfortable. He couldn't sleep, and then she was filling up so much it was starting to become painful. So we dealt with that. That was our experience, the aftermath of the airtime. Like I said, it was fun in the moment, amazing in the moment, joy on their faces, the whole nine. But if we could have did without the stuff that came afterwards, oh yes,
if
that
you got sick kids, just stay home, okay?
And then
I don't want it.
I don't know if y'all paid attention in the video. You can hear this one child in the video and the footage that I showed y'all hacking up their lungs. And I'm thinking that has to be the one who got them sick.
It's one of those gag coughs. And I know exactly who it was. I seen her. She was near Dominic and she was near him.
I don't remember her, but she said she remembered who she was.
One time, but it was a cough that led to a gag.
And it was like constant coughing. That one clip that I showed, it was like
that was the
constant.
one time that I heard her cough, but it was like, ew, you sound really germy.
So yeah, that's thank God it wasn't COVID. It still set us back like a week though, and seeing them go through that, and then us walking around with masks. She's sleeping in the mask. I'm separated, isolated in the room because I still got to go out in the world.
I
starved
myself.
Yeah.
Quite a few days because I refuse. I don't want to do it too.
Now,
so I'll just be empty.
I will say this, to turn a negative into a positive, I lost weight as a result of,
I probably did too. I don't know.
Right. As a result of what happened with me with the potatoes. But thank God I didn't catch what they caught, and thank God she didn't catch what they caught.
Oh, I was praying.
So, woo. So,
I was
yeah.
all up in there, breathing in their breath. Well, I had a mask on most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I didn't, though. Before he got sick, I didn't, because I thought Dominic had dodged it. No,
but if you notice with Dominic seems like the last one to catch everything.
Because he's breastfed. He got a little extra protection, I guess.
Because even with COVID, when we caught COVID, he was the last one.
Yeah.
He's the one who extended our quarantine time because he caught it so many far. Like I was coming out of my contagious period and he just caught it that Sunday or Saturday. I'm like, man, he got a strong immune system. Oh, snap. We forgot to tell y'all about something else that happened. So before the sickness escapade, our car would not start in the parking lot when we were leaving airtime. It's pitch black. They ain't got no flipping lights in their parking lot. And we're just out there in the abyss, and the car won't start. I'm trying it. She's trying it. It wouldn't start for a while.
And we knew it wasn't the battery because the lights worked, the power, like the keys worked, key fob worked and everything. It just would not turn. It was like something was blocking it from turning. I don't know what it was.
It was like locked almost.
Yeah.
It was like something stupid because like the brake was like extremely hard to push down, which led me to believe I wondered did somebody try to break in our vehicle while we were in there. We won't know what they would want unless they want the car seats or something like that, or they're just trying to get in the vehicle. I know you would.
Oh gosh. How are we gonna get home?
But before we go, Monksters, we want to ask you guys, have you guys ever been to airtime, or have you guys ever been to any trampoline park? And what were your experiences? Hopefully you guys didn't have an experience like ours, but what were your experiences? We want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below. You know, have you ever been to Airtime, or have you been to a trampoline park in general, and what was your experiences? We're hoping, and we want to live through you guys and you guys' great experience. Now, that's not to say that we won't ever go to another trampoline park again. Us personally, we feel like there's not enough cleaning going on at this particular trampoline park that we went to. Like, if that was my place, I would be in there Lysoling, spraying, cleaning, all kind of stuff. We felt like it wasn't enough of that going on. That's probably why there are germs, you know, just like festering and brewing. And it could have just been a result of them being around that one child who was sick that, you know, their parents decided to bring them out there. There are other trampoline parks that we definitely want to try. We want to try Sky Zone. And we want to see, you know, some different experiences, and hopefully, believe in God, that we have a better experience the next time. But we're going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video to the end. We absolutely appreciate you guys. We're going to close this video, and we want you guys to close this video with us. You ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. God loves you. We love you. Let's become better. In Jesus' name. And we out. And this is my new one. Ah, you got busted again.